today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some colored pencils that I just got from Temu. These are not a new set of pencils, but they're a set I've been wanting for a super long time. From what I've heard, these are a really nice set of pencils. This is the 120 set of the Marco Tribute Master pencils. They do have the 80 set on Amazon for more money than the 120 set, and I have also seen this 120 set on AliExpress for $100+ dollars. So I got these through my Temu affiliate program, and right now these are $61.48, I think, on Temu. I did post about them being up on Temu a couple of weeks ago. I took them out of the plastic already, just the orange plastic bag that they come from Temu. The box is a little bit damaged and banged up. They kind of arrived this way, upside down, and the box is dented, so I'm hoping they'll be all right. This is the packaging from, I'm guessing, direct from the manufacturer of the pencils. But a really nice pencil box they came in. If you're not, oh, they are nice and securely packed in here, so that is very nice. So if you are familiar with my channel, you know I do a lot of Temu affiliated videos and reviews. I have a playlist of them up on my channel, which I will put a card in, or I'll attach it to the end of this video. So I've been wanting these for quite a while, and like I said, I posted these over on my community tab, letting you guys know that they were available for a pretty inexpensive price. $60 is still expensive, I know, but it's better than over $100. Let's open these up. So like with most of my videos, this is probably going to be basically me going over what these pencils look like and the tin, and then we're going to proceed to the swatching, and then we're going to do some coloring with them, maybe some comparisons. I do have a small little sets of these Renoir pencils, and I wanted to compare to those. From what I understand, I think these are a thicker core. These are 4.0 millimeters, and the Renoirs are 3.8 or 3.7, I think. I brought my caliper for later. We can test it out. And I think these are meant to be a little bit of a harder pencil than the Renoir pencils. I really do like the Renoir ones. I had been wanting to get that larger set as well, but I just never, I don't know. I never got around to it. I don't even really use them that often, which is a shame because they are a nice pencil. But so the package is very pretty. It's got a Gustav Klimt picture on here. If you're wondering why you see all these, especially products from China, with all these, usually I'll have like Gustav Klimt's artwork on it, or a lot of Art Nouveau images from Mucha. It's because they're in public domain, so you can use those pretty much without any copyright. So that's why a lot of these art companies use those images. Just a little FYI. So let's open this up. It is pretty heavy, the box, the tin. The tin is beautiful, even though I most likely will be putting these into a case. Let me see, are we in the frame here? Comes with this really pretty pamphlet. This is the 80 set. I really was thinking about getting this one a long time ago, but I just know that it would be kind of annoying to have to take out all these little different boxes in and out. And that's kind of the appeal of it in the first place, that it's in the packaging. Then once you take them out of the packaging, kind of defeats the purpose of it. But it is a really pretty presentation of those pencils. It kind of goes in little boxes of colors and with an artist to go with them. And this is a swatch chart here, but I actually printed out another 120 swatch chart on my own. This is from Tammy and creative.com. She also has a YouTube channel that I'll link down below. Let's read what the tin says. It says it's a hinge tin as well, so that's nice. Marco's Tribute Masters collection showcases an art evolution of how we arrived in the art scene of today, paying tribute to 8 significant artists who made great impact on our artistic realm, like Van Gogh, Escher, Monet, Matisse, Renoir, Degas, Klimt, and Cézanne, together with their prominent art movements like Impressionism, Post-Impressionism, Symbolism, Expressionism, and Fauvism, etc. Marco has carefully selected the colors in the Tribute Master collection for the artists of today to create something. Marco's color core is rich and vibrant in color and outstanding blending properties, complemented with a 7.5 millimeter diameter round wood barrel made out of America's finest incense cedar wood to provide every artist with a scented and pleasurable drawing experience. That sounds a little funny. Every pencil is a masterpiece to pay tribute to these masters. Okay, so sounds very fancy. So I do love a nice thick core. These are 4 millimeters, like I mentioned earlier. It feels kind of light. It's a lightweight pencil. It's not very heavy. They are capped at the end. Oh, I can't really see what I'm doing, so I'm hoping. Let me see if I can get it down a little bit further so I can see what I'm doing. So they are capped in gold at the end here. And it says Tribute Master Collection Marco, and I guess that's their little trademark M on the end in gold. The other side has a barcode on it, which is interesting. I don't believe these are available open stock. And it has the color name on the back. This one is Salmon, number 16. You can tell that they have some kind of powder on them, which what a lot of pencils will have, some kind of weird kind of finish on them. So I do always recommend that you sharpen your pencils when you get them, just so you can get kind of a true performance of the pencil, and not just start using them right out of the box unsharpened. They do come with some pencil sharpeners. Let's see how they work out. I'm sharpening them over the pencils. A nice sharpener. They come out to a nice point. A lot of pretty colors in here. Is it how many? So there's 3 trays, I think. Yeah. I like these kind of muted tones we got down here. I am a big fan of brandy colors, ethereal colors, so I'm very excited to check those out. I got a gold and silver in there as well. So we're going to swatch these out next. So I'm going to sharpen them up. We'll do some comparisons between these and the Renoirs. And I'm going to also probably pull my polychromoses as well, because I know a lot of you guys were interested in seeing if these were similar to those. So let's get into it, and I'll see you guys after the swatching. right, you guys, so we're all done with the swatches. What do you think of these colors? I really like them a lot. I thought the color selection was really great, especially, like, I thought I would like these gray toned colors. I thought were really pretty. I don't think you see a lot of this many in a lot of 120 sets, at least to my immediate recollection. And I really like that it had a lot of these lighter colors as well, because I like when a nice transition of colors to build up layers. So I really like that they have a lot of variety in this 120 set. I kept the colors in the same order they were in the tin. I just pulled the black and the white to the end. The gold and silver were like any basic gold and silver in any set. Metallics are not my favorite thing, so I could have done without those. But on the whole, I think it's a really nice complete set. I thought the lay down on them was very nice as well. They're very buttery, kind of smooth. That's definitely what I would describe the lay down as. And no scratchiness at all. None of them were scratchy, which I was surprised, because usually I have some kind of scratchiness with the greens and the dark blues, even with higher end sets. And I highlighted all these 300 numbers because I thought those were interesting, because I know they do have a set of 300 in this series of pencils. So I thought it was kind of interesting that they had numbers that went above 300. All the 300 plus numbers have some kind of unusual color names. Some of the names look like they might be Pantone color names, maybe. And what else do we have to say about these swatching? Oh, I remember now, because I did these swatches a couple of days ago. Some of the greens I thought had some kind of I don't even know what to call it, but like another color in them, like almost like a undercolor or a shadow color. And I have noticed that happening at times with other pencils I've swatched, especially these greens. There's like almost like a black kind of, I'm calling it a shadow just because I don't know what else to call it, but it's like it's another color, like as if the colors didn't totally mix together. So that was a little odd to me. But otherwise, I thought they were really nice and smooth. Definitely would say they were worth the $61.48 they are right now on Temu. 100 plus, I would not want to pay 100 plus for these just because I'm cheap. But definitely for the price, the $60-ish they are now on Temu, I think it's a good buy, especially considering the quote-unquote budget pencils, just the basic ones in the market today that are like mediocre, in my opinion, like a Castle Art or a Arteza. Those 120 sets run like $50. So I think $60 for this next set is definitely worth the price. So I did spend a few days with these pencils, working with these pencils. I do like to test them out after I do the swatching, just so I have a kind of a fair and balanced opinion on these pencils. This is probably not the best paper to test new pencils on, but this is a book that I would personally be coloring in, so that's kind of why I chose this book. This is Anastasia Koldareva's newest book, Exotica. And I still have to do, I want to do her eye makeup, and I have to finish this succulent, which, where did I put that? Oh, this does come with a list of all of the plants in the book. I do have a flip through on this book up on my channel as well. This is, I don't know, I can't pronounce it. It's this one, number 24. And I did look it up with the intentions of trying to copy it like realistically, but it didn't work out that way. So I'll pop up a picture of what it looks like in real life for you guys if you're interested. I ended up with this kind of ombre kind of look to it. So I thought we would color at least one of the leaves here in the video as like a little bit of a demonstration, so you can kind of get the idea of how these work and layer and everything. These are advertised, I believe, as an oil-based pencil. I don't think I mentioned that before. The Renoirs are also advertised as oil-based. I do think they probably are mostly oil, but they did also have a little bit of a waxy bloom in some instances, I felt. But like I said, this is not the best paper to test these out on, a new pencil out on. I know. I'm sure there's other videos you can watch for a more professional or scientific type of testing out. But I'm doing kind of like my personal real life coloring. This is what I would use them in. So I have, I think about 8 colors I picked for the leaves here. I mentioned at the beginning of the video about this barcode. They all have the same barcode, so I don't think that it's meant for like a resale barcode. It's probably maybe their style number or model number or something like that. So let me not get sidetracked. The colors I'm using are yellow green 64, light turquoise 68, sky blue 15, dull lavender 320, lavender 303. I know it's a lot of colors. Lilac 37, burnt carmine number 92, and geranium red. What I am doing is, and the way I chose these colors, well, maybe let's do this one, is I tried to choose them. Well, actually I was originally going off the real life picture of this succulent, and these were the ones that I kind of picked that I thought worked well. I'm doing it in this color order just so the transition works, to not muddy up some of the color. So it does kind of matter sometimes when you're doing something like this, like an ombre or like a rainbow effect, to make sure you're not putting 2 colors that are opposite each other, just because that could result in like a brown or, yeah, like a brown or muddy type of color. So that's why I'm doing this in this order. Like, you wouldn't want to put like this red color right up against the green, because then it wouldn't look too cute if you're trying to make a pretty flower. For skin colors, when you're doing skin, it might be, it's okay sometimes, because you can use like the red and the greens to kind of cancel each other out when you're doing skin, and you want to kind of tone it down a little bit if you have too much red somewhere, or vice versa, too much like a purple and yellow cancel each other out. What else? Orange and blue cancel each other out. So that's why you kind of see like orange and blue in skin tone sets a lot. And next we're going to do this dull lavender. So now I kind of use the turquoise and the lighter blue kind of as a buffer color, I'd like to call it, in between the purple, when you're getting into the purple and the more reddish magenta-y colors. You might not even, maybe I should get down lower, because I am doing very light layers. And at first you might think it doesn't look very nice. That's often a lot of times when I started coloring and I didn't get the immediate results I was expecting. Like, this takes quite a few layers to build up to this color. So I might even speed this up, because I don't want this to be a super long video, because we still do have to get into the comparisons of the other pencils I mentioned. So now this is kind of, this lilac color is called lilac, but to me it's not really like a lilac. It's almost like a red violet or a violet red color, I think. So I'm doing that to transition into the reds, the more red color. burnt carmine. I kind of don't want it to be too much red. I want the red to be more closer to the top. And maybe this a little bit more of this lilac color. And then before I end up with this geranium red, I'm gonna just go over a little bit more with the other colors again. The turquoise into the green. I do think these are a firmer pencil than the Renoirs. But that being said, they are still, I do think they're soft. I think they might be softer than, say, the Polychromos pencils. Okay, so just a quick little demo with the pencils. I probably would like to do a longer video using these pencils, maybe with a color with me video. I will pop this up on my community tab when I finish up with this page. So I want to do some comparisons, and I'm going to use this coloring book from Hannah Carlson. This is a children's coloring book. In English, this translates to space. And I thought we would use this page with all these little aliens. I thought do like one each in a different pencil. So I'm going to pick out some pencils from each set. So we're going to do these Marco tributes, we're going to do the Renoirs, and we're going to do the Polychromos. Maybe I might throw another one in there too. We'll see. So that's up next. Okay, so I think we're going to start off with the Polychromos pencils first. And I'm going to do this little guy over here. Now, Polychromos pencils, what I think have in common just off face value with these Marco Tribute pencils is these are also cedar wood. And I think the diameter, the wood barrel diameter is about the same as well. Oops, I have this on inches. Yeah, so this measures, looks like 7.5 millimeters. So it's the same diameter barrels as the Tributes. These I think are 3.8 cores. Yeah, it's kind of coming out. Yeah, 3.8 cores for the Polychromos. So this is kind of like our litmus test, I guess, that we will be comparing everything else to. All right, so we got the Polychromos down. Let's try out we'll do the Tribute pencils next. The Tributes are a little bit thicker in core, So I do like that better. So that is points, personal points for me to the Tribute pencils. Okay, so our first comparison between these two, I don't really think they are that similar, besides the fact that they're like a layering type of pencil. And looks-wise, they do look similar in style and design. I think they kind of wore down about the same amount. Probably the Tribute a little bit more. I do think this is softer than the Polychromos. And I was pressing harder, I think, with the Tribute than I had to with the Polychromos, even though they're different colors. Like, this probably needs more layers, an additional layer to it to look as nice as this one, where I only needed to do like one layer. These felt like a little bit more waxy, I would say, than these. This felt like the binders had something else going on in it, which I personally like better than this, the feel of these. And I felt like these were easier to work with than the Polychromos. That could be just personal preference, and because I don't really use these Polychromos pencils that often, I don't have that much practice with them. So keep that in mind. This is all purely based on my own personal preference, my own experiences. So since I don't really use these Polychromoses all that often, they're not my favorite to use. But just using these for the last few days, I really like these a lot. So I forgot to measure the Tributes before I started coloring. So I'm going to do that now just to get it on the books. So the core is supposed to be 4.0. Let's see. It is, yeah, 4.0 millimeters, right on the money, I think. And the barrel, .5. So same barrel size as the Polychromos, a little bit thicker core. My vote so far is for the Tribute pencils. So we're gonna do Marco Renoirs next. Okay, so I can't find info on what kind of wood these are made from, these Renoirs, but they're supposed to be 3.7 cores, so they're 3.7, and the barrel seems to be about 7.0 millimeters. So these are also available on Temu as well. They have the 72 set and the 48 set up on Temu. For the 72 is $45. And the description they have for these, it says, bright colors, mineral pen core. This pen core is delicate with moderate softness and smooth painting. Excellent color mixing effect. Easily build a colorful world. Okay, you guys, so my arm's getting super tired from doing all this coloring. So I think this is going to be the last comparison for today's video. And I'm actually kind of surprised because I was totally thinking this one was going to be my favorite just because of my past memories of coloring with these. But I don't think so. I think these two actually kind of had more in common than these two. They are softer than both of these pencils. These, I think, require more layers and blending to get like a nice, smooth picture, because you can totally see, like you can see all the white spots still in there just with basically one layer. So my opinion, I like the Tributes the best out of the three we tried out today. The other pencils are good as well, but just based on my own personal coloring preference at the moment, I like the Tributes. I like them that they're nice and smooth. Of course, the Polychromos are light, fast, and higher quality pigments, artist quality pigments. I'm not making any artworks to sell or display anywhere. They're getting closed up into my coloring books or put away into a folder or something. I would go for the Tribute just for my own coloring pleasure. I like them. I would totally love to be able to get the 300 color set. I did see someone unbox that 300 set. It's really pretty. I'll see if I could find it and pop it in. It's not any talking, it's just the inside of the boxes. It's kind of like a larger version of the 80-piece set. It's like on a larger scale, that 300 set. So it looks really cool. It's very expensive. Definitely novelty to have it, but you know, a girl can dream, can't she? So maybe someday when I hit the lottery, maybe I can get it. But like I mentioned earlier, I think $61.49 is a very fair price for these. It's basically on par with the current budget pencils you see. So let me know what you guys think about these pencils. If you have these, let me know how you like them. And let me know if you'd like me to do a dedicated color along on a page with just these pencils. And if you have any questions for me, let me know. I will flash my new user code for Temu. If you've never used Temu before, you can use that and get currently 30% off at the moment. But I'm sure there's always some kind of coupon available over there, even if you're not a new user. Definitely recommend checking these out. They also have the Rafans. I think that's how you pronounce it. I might get those. They're really cheap. Yeah, for $13.98 they have them right now. So I might pick those up. I mean, I might do a review on those. Oh, that's 72 set, not 120 set. But they have a few sets. This is directly from the Marco Stationery and Painting Store. So I think it's directly from the manufacturer. I think that's probably why they're a little bit cheaper in this store than if you were to purchase them elsewhere. So they have the 120 set we looked at today. They have some of the Renoir sets, the watercolor set, and the Rafans. So check it out if you're interested. Love to hear your opinions and comments down below. And I hope you guys all have a really great rest of your day. Happy coloring, and I'll see you next time.